person I can introduce is Raphael. He is from NeNa1, which is a sustainable community concept, so I hope you will speak about this. Welcome.
Thank you. So I'm trying to do it in English. It's my first time in English. It will be my first time in German as well, so we'll see how it goes. It's kind of the introduction slide, I'm waiting for one more. So what's going wrong? We know it can't go on, what we're doing. Things are growing that shouldn't grow, and like energy usage, water, land usage, environmental stress, global temperatures, social inequality and stress, and it's really no fun, not that much. The problem is we only have one planet. So in the 90s we developed the idea of 2000 watt, but since then the population of the world has grown 1.5 times, and Switzerland uses 5000 watts, and to solve that, it's just not enough what we're doing really. So we need to look at private resources that we're using. Mostly food, private mobility and housing, that are 2/3 of everything we're doing, and those are the areas we need to focus on and get under control. So one of the big problems is structural individualism. That means our society is structured in a way that what we're using alone and very few means it uses a lot of resources for less, we get less. So that's structural individualism, a very important part. So an example is conventional housing. Like in the suburbs, we use more infrastructure, like streets, and we usually have a big house which need more energy. But these kind of things also count for city houses. So guest room, we maybe use it twice a year, bathtub as well. So we really need new neighborhoods. So there's an organization called Schweiz, and they developed the concept of Neustadt, Nachbarschaft, which means NeNa. And so we really have a really big and broad approach that also focuses on behavior of the inhabitants. The goal is to build a neighborhood for 500 people. That's on 100 times 100 meters, and it's around 5 to 8 floors tall. And it has a nice interior space and a big pedestrian area around to really bring it alive as well. So another important part is to share resources with one another, with our own rules, the commons. You've probably heard of those. That means that the commons are really used by multiple inhabitants, like rooms, spaces, infrastructures, kitchen, work, library, and such. Which means that we can enjoy more together than we have to sacrifice alone. And that's an important concept, that when we combine our usage, the individual uses less than if each and everyone needs one bathtub. One of those core concepts is the microcenter. That means that everything is in a house shoe distance. So we have a restaurant, we have a bakery, maybe a library, a workshop, and some other offices, stuff. Big kitchen. So, and as we also said, saw in the slide with the cake, food is very important. That means we will have a food depot that is open 24/7 for the inhabitants, and it's with regional and seasonal food, and the professional chef will kind of do his magic. And then we're connected to a farm somewhere outside the city for like 50 to 80 hectares where we grow vegetables, fruits, wheat, meat and dairy eventually maybe. And they deliver it to the food depot in the neighborhood. So when we have everything that close, we don't really need to travel that much, right? Which also means that... Okay. that means NeNa is really something for the city. Because there we have more services that we rarely use. And one of our other big goals is that we not only travel less during the day, but also like on vacation, maybe not fly as much. That would also be nice, because then we could destroy everything that we tried before. So neighborhood and district, they really complement each other. That means we're trying to relocalize people. That means we also need something to do in our free time, like leisure. So cinema and swimming pool is probably something that's too big and too expensive for each neighborhood to handle. Then we also participate, we contribute working time. So that can be on the farm, in the kitchen, some helping kids or elderlies, watching them, the kids for example, and that also makes it cheaper. Then we also need professional help, because some areas, to get the right quality and to actually have them functioning well, so we have chefs employed, or the farmers, or bookkeeping, or something like that. And we also try to organize ourselves. When we're working and living together so close, that means we need to be really well organized, not only efficient, but also kind of focus on personal thriving and partaking. And we're trying to get a really flat organizational structure and a lot of participation, which we're already living. So what happened so far, and where are we going? For example, the Cartago, they already have a big kitchen, which is professional chef. Kraftwerk 1 has a food depot, and cooperative is car-free, and they have a really functional ground floor with businesses. And we're trying to improve on that. Now the only thing missing is a place. So we're constantly on the lookout in the city of Zurich, and one of the big parts we're looking at is right next to the train station, the car park lots, which could be kind of opposite, kind of a museum of the future, how we could live. Like right next to there is the Land Museum, which kind of shows how we lived before. So that would be a nice contrast. And so yeah, what are we waiting for? Let's get on the move to new shores.
Thank you so much. I think one of the good things that this demonstrates is a lot of the time when you speak to people about sustainability in terms of environmental change, and you say that you have to alter the way you live, they get really afraid of the changes and what does that mean? I can't do these things anymore that I'm so used to or that are part of my day-to-day routine. And this really shows you how with these really small changes, if you look at the big picture, the relatively small changes in how we live and the abundance of benefits that you get from it. Not only in knowing that you can live guilt-free, essentially, but the changes that you get from the sense of community and everything that goes with it. I think it's very cool. I love it. Sign me up. Thank you very much. Thank you.